Hey guys, welcome to Scales of the Soul. If you're new here, thank you so much for showing up. And to all my beautiful creators out there, welcome back. Thanks for being here, guys. This will be a timeless reading today. So, whenever it crosses your path is when it is meant to find you. Today, we are going to get into, we're just going to see what your spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, your guides, celestial beings, all of the above, whatever it is, whatever messages that they have to bring in for you. As with any reading, take what resonates, leave what does not. And if you guys are interested in a personal reading, my website is down below in the description box, scalesofthesoul.com. I also offer some other healing modalities. So take a look around, see if anything calls to you. All right, let's get into it. Just want to say, I hope everyone's having a fantastic day, night, wherever you may be. And let's get into it. Thank you guys so much. This channel's slowly growing. 1:11 on the clock. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's get into it. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to hear today? Seeker. That's so funny because when I picked this deck up, this card popped up. The Seeker. Releasing. Connecting to spirit, connecting to your divine source, your spiritual team. Surrender. Having the ability to let go of certain outcomes or projections or expectations. Feeling that sense of freedom. Trusting in your divine birthright, your divine guidance. Tapping into that third eye, that essence. Ooh, the past. Yeah. Some of you are really, really just stuck on old stories, old paradigms, the past, letting go. You have to go through that process, the process of grief, of acceptance, of releasing. Some of you have really had a hard time. I see tears in both of these cards. Eyes closed. Eyes closed, clear vision. Sometimes it's about the ability to just sit and go within and let the messages and guidances come to you. Allow your intuition, your spiritual connection to come forward and help guide you where you're meant to be. Don't question it. Surrender to that which is. Trust in the journey. Trust that you are being directed to your highest growth. Know that the seeds that you have planted are on the verge of popping through that soil, about to grow. All the root system has been laid out. It's growing stronger under the surface, as are you. So know that the beauty and growth is about to flourish. I feel like this is kind of more of a past energy, and you're present. The Forbidden Forest. Bravery, persistence, redemption. You are so brave to keep on going the way you do. Yeah, some of you have really gone through this transformative space. You've waded through the emotional waters and you are now connecting to this portal of the unknown, this untapped energy, this essence in which you have visualized yourself in full fulfillment. Keep on with that energy. It's a very, very powerful energy to harness. Know that the hardships are leading you to bountiful pleasure, I'm hearing. I don't know. I'm seeing dollar bills, y'all. So for some of you, a lot of financial abundance is about to roll in. Love that. Get that bag, y'all. All right. What else do we have, Spirit? Grow together. For some of you, like a community, a team, partnership, reciprocity is really, really important. Rely on your strongest group of people that you hold around you, the ones that you trust, the ones that inspire you, the ones that are there to nurture the soil and not just pick the fruit. Ooh, damn. Interesting. Yeah, surround yourself by those that inspire you, that make you want to be a better version of yourself, that make you want to elevate. Because if it doesn't feel like that, then they ain't your people. If it doesn't feel good being in a presence of somebody, they ain't your people. There's been a lot of like boundaries and cutting ties kind of energies lately where I think for a lot of people, they've been stuck in this sort of inertia of challenge or negativity or roadblocks, manipulation, and this introspection, these tears that you've cried through what you perceived as a loss in the moment was actually one of your greatest wins because it reflected back to you your own personal value, your own personal boundaries, what you will and will not tolerate. And by that and through that, this growth has happened, this infinite growth and possibility through that surrender. Yeah, get on it. What else do we have here, Spirit? Magic mushroom. Okay. I love me some fun guys and some fun guys. Yeah, opening up, connecting to nature, really important. Staying open to the beauty of life, staying open to the new possibilities, clearing that heart space, allowing that resonance to this new resonance that you found, this new resonance of prioritizing yourself and honoring yourself, allowing that to radiate out to the common folk. I'm hearing you are a magical being, you know, but allowing that to resonate out because you become magnetic that way. You start to attract in that same vibration, that same frequency in which you are now harnessing. So continuing to stay open to the possibilities. Let's get these guys in here a little bit better. There we go. I mean, maybe for some of you, you need to go out to a forest and partake in some mushroom magic. There's such a healing, wise essence, spirit. Also phenomenal for your cognitive health, your spiritual health. So, I mean, even if it's not the magical kind, looking into, you know, other things like lion's mane, reishi, all of those types of mushrooms that really help with your cognitive health. Staying open to the magic, energy. Call back your energy to you. Yeah, for some of you, you were really going through this like depletion stage. 4-4 is really standing out to me. 4 is all about balance, foundation, alignment. Add 4 together, it comes 8, and that is all about the infinite, the possibility, that intrinsic energy that you send out coming back to you. So whatever this seeker, this introspection, the past that needed to happen is now empowering you and allowing you to harness your full potential. I love this for you guys. Yes. Great. Keep on keeping on, man. Stay on that vibe, that length, that wavelength. Liberation. Yes. Just let me be. Authenticity. I think that may have been something that's been very hard for some of you. Really being in your true authenticity and releasing and surrendering to other people's perceptions of you. Because we can't control others' perceptions. All we can do is be our authentic self, and our community, our group of humans, our spiritual team, family will support that, lift you up. I'm hearing hive mentality, like surround yourself with the hive that brings you the honey, the nectar. And again, like being in your true authentic self allows you to resonate at a higher level. No more masks. Take the fucking mask off. Mask off. Take the mask off and be who you genuinely are. Don't let old stories or experiences or other people's beliefs about you shift your true essence. That is your magic. Nobody can take that shit away from you. Okay? All right. What else we got? Potential and possibility. Yeah, great card for the future. We got 5. That's all about change. Quantum manifesting, I speak on a lot. And for those of you that aren't familiar, quantum manifesting, you can shift your reality, manipulate time, space. Quantum manifesting is all about putting yourself in the quantum field, which is the parallel realms that exist that we cannot see, the esoteric realms. And you experience that and shift that by way of meditation, by going inside, by quieting the outside world, focusing in on your inner world, projecting the realities that you do want, putting yourself in that time space as if it already exists, seeing it, visualizing it, feeling it, curating it to be exactly in the format that you want. Putting yourself there, that potential, believing it to be true. Your subconscious mind knows no different from illusion to reality. So the more that you put yourself in that mind state, the more you focus on what you do want and your goals, your ambitions, your manifestations on what you do want, the more your reality suddenly begins to shift to meet that. Because it's an untapped timeline that you have access to the infinite. You have access to anything that you want to perceive, to experience in your world. Why is this off? I can't, guys. My OCD is not having the unalignment here. Is it this way? Boop. That's this way. Nope, this way. Okay. All right, whatever. We're just going to be a little crooked here. I don't like that, though. I can't. Hold on. Let's get this right. There we go. Okay. So let's get 1313 on the clock. Yes. Love that. 13 is one of my favorite numbers. I look at it as luck. I've always had great luck on Friday the 13th. And again, it's a belief system, believing in what you perceive to be true, being in your authenticity. All right, let's get some tarot on this, guys. What else? What does a collective need to know, hear, feel about this, these future aspects? These future aspects of self. What do we have? We have the 8 of Swords. Walking away from the chaos or feeling like you're bound. For some of you, you really need to get off social media. Get back in your books. Get back into self-reflection. Get away from like the technology, the things that you're being fed, and get out in nature, get out in exploration, get out and experience, create memories. No longer wasting time on fools, I just heard. No longer wasting time on fools. Social media is a time stealer. It's a facade. Everyone puts up their highlight reels. Nobody shows these parts, these bountiful, challenging energies. Focus on you. I'm also hearing stop playing games. Somebody might be playing in your energy, playing games here. Seeing a magic 8-ball as well on this card right here. Asking your divine team, your divine source for answers. They'll direct you. But are you willing to actually receive it and hear it? That's up to you. We got King of Wands in reverse. What are you being stuck on? What are you not taking action on? Asking yourself why. What are you holding back from creating? Choosing to, again, have that focused action towards the future that you do desire, not on the lack mentality or the things that, aren't working in your life, focusing on the things that are, shifting that mindset. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Again, you guys don't hold yourself back from possibility, from potential. Ace of Pentacles is a new idea, a new vision. And we're going to turn this one around. Harness that. Tap into it. Get out of your own way and believe in yourself. You deserve that. Clear your vision. Create this new beginning, this new sense of value. And just like that, changing the language, right? Flipping the cards. Glass half full, glass half empty mentality. What are you going to focus on? You want to keep being in lack mentality and keep having that show up in your life, or you want to change that and look at all of the things that you do have to be grateful for? Shift into that abundance mindset. And I'm also hearing like having that compassion and understanding for others as well. Everybody has a story. We don't know what the people around us are going through. So the more that you have that compassionate heart, the more you'll get that in return. You'll receive that support from the universe, from energy, people, places, things. What else, Spirit? We got the Knight of Wands and the King of Cups. Knight of Wands. This is taking action. This is connecting to that fire inside. This is what you're projecting. Harnessing. I don't know. I'm hearing draconian energy. I don't even watch. That's Game of Thrones, right? I don't even watch that show. But for some of you, this dragon, harnessing, whatever that means. I don't know. Drop it in the comments. Anyways, harnessing that type of energy. Having the ability to aim and shoot for gold. I just heard Space Cadet too. Not stop, but take your daydreams and make them your reality. That's what I'm hearing. Focus in on your daydreams. See, even this Knight of Wands is shooting at this Ace of Pentacles. That directive towards creating what you want, changing that language, shifting that perception, shifting that energy. And then we have the Knight of Cups. We got knights. There's a lot of like messengers coming in here, fast moving energy moving forward. Knight of Cups is a little bit slower. Knight of Wands is a little bit faster. Cups is about emotion. So understanding, receiving the messages and what your emotions are speaking to you. Listening to how you're feeling, but using that and transmuting that energy to your highest good. Understanding the lesson that is coming out of the tears or the anger or the grief, choosing that as a lesson, as a directive, not as a detriment, seeing the blessings that come of it. And yeah, I know it's really hard to see those sometimes when you're in such a state of despair, depression, anxiety, stress, all of those things. It's easy to focus in on those and just keep repeating those same energies and playing that victim mentality, or take control and choose to shift that. Understand why these patterns are repeating in your life. Break that chain, break that pattern. Hmm. I'm being shown a checker and a chessboard. Life is a game of chess. It's a skill set. Hmm. Being very articulate in your moves forward. I'm hearing protect your queen. So protecting your divine feminine aspects of self. And this goes for you divine masculines as well, protecting that divine feminine aspect of yourself, nurturing yourself. I think in our current reality in existence, so many men were raised to not show emotion, or taught that emotion was weakness or vulnerability was weakness. And it's not. It is such an empowerment to be able to share that piece of yourself with those that you trust, because that helps transmute that energy, that helps surrender that energy, that helps you connect deeper within your soul and understanding of what your human experience is about. So no longer stuffing down those emotions, surrendering to them, understanding that they are there. We're all human. We all have fucking emotions, guys. So harnessing that as a beautiful powerhouse for ascension. Hmm. Um, let's see. Let's get, what am I feeling called to? Let's go here. Let's go here. Listen, boys, you can cry. It's okay. Scream, you know? Transmute, move that energy. Like the more you suppress it and stuff it down, I don't know, like I'm getting a lot about men just suppressing their energy. Tap into that divine feminine aspect of yourself. We all have both. We have both in our systems, in our DNA. Tap into that energy. Feel it and harness it. Because the more you stuff it down, the more that comes out as a projection, as an outlash, as like a fractured piece of your soul manifesting in your reality. Emotional intelligence is something special. It's beautiful. So whatever blockages that are holding you back that you aren't expressing, let that shit go. Mask. What was I just saying? Like, take the mask off, everybody. What are you hiding? What are you hiding behind this mask? Why aren't you being in your authentic self? Yeah, the mask may feel like a protection, but in reality, it's just holding you back from the most beautiful of experiences. Learning how to find safety in vulnerability. No longer projecting a certain aspect of yourself in a facade of who you are. Because the real you deserves love. The real you deserves support. The real you deserves. I'm seeing so many different things right now, but the real you deserves to be nurtured. Listen, if you're around your people, whoever they may be, give people a good hug. I feel like a lot of people just need a good solid hug. Connect to that heart space. Some people just need to be held. That tender embrace. You know, when you hug, like your hearts actually sync up, that energy. Our heart is a literal magnetic field. That magnetic field transformed into a frequency, which is information that is resonant in the cellular body. So if you're not harnessing your true heart space, you're not living in your authenticity, and people can feel that. Know thyself. Again, this goes back to authenticity. You know who you are deep down. Don't project a false being. Choose to just be you. Liberating that boat. Interesting. So for some of you, travel may be really important right now. Perhaps some of you are at a distance from your divine counterpart. I'm hearing this is also giving me a very Six of Swords energy moving forward. Like, look how blissful she is in full power and full control over these emotional waters. Bringing down and harnessing the power of, this is kind of almost like an eclipse feeling, but harnessing the power of the moon. The dark night sky, the new moons are all about setting intentions. It's a blank canvas, all in that reality you want. This is a really interesting reading. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button if it resonates. Subscribe if you're feeling it. I'd really appreciate that. I really want to keep continuing to grow this channel and this community here. All you magical creators. Ascending the scales of the soul, guys. That transformative energy. All right, what else do we got, Spirit? Assertiveness. But it came out in reverse. Ooh. And again, we have that sort of eclipse mirroring energy right here. For some of you, you have somebody that you are mirroring, or they are mirroring you. Or you're allowing your shadow to block out the light. And it's came out in reverse. So where are you not being assertive in your truth? Don't let this shadow. The shadow almost feels like this mask energy. Like, why are you letting the shadow mask your true authenticity, your true light, your true essence, your true aura? Be assertive. Don't sit in that darkness anymore. Let your light shine. Don't be eclipsed by the shadow. Shadow work is very important. Don't get me wrong. I am so grateful for shadow work. Honestly, it has changed my life in so many profound ways because I had the willingness to sit through it, but look at it through the perspective of what are the gifts in this? And it's hard. Don't get me wrong, but looking at it as a tool for growth and not just a detriment, not sitting and wallowing in sorrows and repeating those same low vibrational energies over and over and over again. At some point, that shit gets old and it just gets old. So you got to let it go. Prism. You know, I'm going to read this card because I've pulled it before and I just love this. But I will say that is, you know, once you've harnessed that shadow aspect of yourself, let go of that mask. This prismatic aura surrounds you. Your true light. That almost really looked like it like blinked on. I'm also getting a lot of like this Egyptian lore here. Perhaps for some of you, Egypt or Egyptian mythology or lore is something that you need to look into. I'm going to read this one. Feeling really called to read this. So let's see what the prism has to say. Hold on, I'm finding it. Okay. You are what you believe in. You become that which you believe you can become. What has this whole reading been about? Changing that language, changing that perception. When light moves through a prism, it is refracted by the angles and shapes of the object. Because of the nature of its geometry and structure, it is able to take solid white light and separate it into a spectrum of diffusing colors. A rainbow emerges from the singularity at the speed of light, only passing through mirrored three-dimensional reality. There we go with that quantum manifesting. Dip into that. The prism cards asks us to reflect on this metaphor, on the current shape of how you're relating to a single thought or idea. Have you found yourself stuck in a myopic point of view, unable to release the shackles of uncertainty, belief, or uncertainty, defeat, or limiting belief? What did I just say about this shadow work? The prism is here to remind you that whatever is feeling like a single-minded perception can be bent into boundlessness by seeing into the spectrum of potential. We had potential out here, right? Yeah, potential and possibility. Into the spectrum of potential that exists within whatever timeline we choose to participate in. Again, quantum manifesting, seeing yourself in that, visualizing yourself in that future you want. The various rays of reality can color our experience with new realizations and ideas that radiate iridescence. Pain has the potential to be transmuted through the prism of humor if we look at the shades of adversity from a different angle. Levity is there waiting for us to discover the magic of comedy and the crazy wisdom in absurdity if we are able to bend our beliefs and adapt our mindsets. If you can find the courage in your heart to fully face what you fear, perhaps what you'll find beyond that apparition is merely a hungry ghost in need of love and compassion. Hug people. Some of you just need a tender embrace. Treat your demons to the cookies and tea. You may see that they're just angels in disguise, and a caring heart can cauterize prior wounding and projections of density. Ooh, I like that. Damn, mic dropping. Belief has a prismatic effect on thought, and if you move through what is containing or constraining your ability to find momentum, you may find an infinite variety of possibilities within that refracted rainbow of reality. Hell yeah, that's rad. Mantra: I paint my reality with a bold spectrum of colorful shades. I allow experience to be filtered through a prism which shows me the wisdom within every color grade. I can bend light with love as a force of my will. The rainbow of life is here to show me that my life's journey does not always need to be a battle uphill. Change that mindset. I'm going to leave this up here if you guys want to take there we go, screenshot of it. That's a pretty great mantra to have. Cool. Let's get a couple more on this. Transcendence. It's kind of mirroring that prism energy. But transcendence, having the ability to connect to your spirit body, your soul, going within and ascending past this physical restraint that we believe that we have. There's so much beyond our own perception. I mean, if any of you have experienced, I'm not condoning this, but have experienced any sort of psychedelic experience, you begin to see all of the other dimensions that exist simultaneously within our physical reality. And you can get to that same point through meditation, through dedication to self, to ascension. So, choosing to transcend those energies of gratitude, of abundance, of wisdom. Yeah, this is cool. All right, what else do we have? This might honestly be one of my favorite readings I've done on this channel so far. Kintsugi. This is beautiful. So for those of you that aren't familiar, kintsugi is I believe it's Japanese, right? Japanese art form, where they take broken pottery and they adhere it back together with gold, putting it back together in this new form, transmuting that which you may believe to be broken into something beautiful in a new form. All that glitters is gold. So, knowing that the broken scars and the traumas and wounds and things that you have walked through, you're choosing now to heal them and put yourself back to in a more beautiful form, in a more complete form, in a more whole, revamped sense of self. That's really amazing. Hmm. All right. What else do we have? I want to look that up though, because kintsugi, it is Japanese, right? I believe so. Hold on. Let's double check that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading this book really quick. Yeah, same thing. I'm just going to read this too. When we perceive something as damaged or broken, the initial shock of something beloved no longer being what it was can cause a visceral reverberation through the heart space. Feelings of attachment tethered to affection and nostalgic waves of longing can cause deep suffering, and our shattered emotions may cause us to burst into tears in sympathy with what is believed to be broken. This can leave us feeling as though we've been shattered into a million pieces, left wondering how we can get ourselves together to face tomorrow. Yet if we seek compassion, and companionship, and view that what feels like brokenness through the lens of creative catharsis, we allow space for something new to emerge. Brokenness is healed by precious connected tissue, gold found in the lessons, and the new pattern that materializes. Object and subject are no longer separate, but equally healed with awareness and imagination. Cool. All right, what else do we have here? One more on this spirit. What a transformative reading this is. I love this. All right, spirit, give me one more. Never forget your magic. Involution. I'm going to read this one because I'm actually not sure. Let's see. We got a cool sigil on this one. Involution. Never pulled this card. Ba-ba-ba-bow. That was really interesting. Anyways, I'm not going to say that one out loud. The mind acts like an enemy for those who do not control it. We all have the monkey mind, which the Buddhists consider to be unsettled, restless, whimsical, fanciful, inconsistent, confused, indecisive, uncontrollable parts of our consciousness. This aspect of the human mind makes us feel as though our life happens to us and not through us. Our thoughts can feel like they are not our own, yet we must remember that we can still choose at every moment which thoughts are being fed by our energy. Evolution is the concept of life undergoing gradual development and growing into something new, and can be used as a potent metaphor for our inner and outer journeys. Involution, an esoteric concept, can be viewed as our process of integrating the growth of our consciousness in conjunction with the growth of our living universe. Well, there we go. Transcending into that quantum field. What we think about most and how we think about these things will create what we experience and how it affects others. If you hone in on what you attend to, you can experience single point focus and the ability to direct your awareness. This gives you mental fortitude to complete any task you desire. So if there's something you have left unfinished, now is the time to cultivate this talent and push it through to the finish line. Well, I think that's a pretty great closing card. Yeah, I mean, I think the message is pretty clear. Time to shift your focus, shift your language, shift your energy on what you do want and desire. And integrate that into your reality. Take the mask off, get out of your own way, stop with these blockages. Don't let the shadow consume you. Let your light shine bright and radiate out. So that is your reading. If this resonated, let me know down below in the comments. Again, if you guys haven't already and you feel inclined to, like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Thanks.